The Bombay High Court today came down heavily on the police about the circumstances leading to the killing of the 23-year-old sexual assault accused in the Badlapur case. Raising questions over the encounter by the police, the court said it was hard to believe that the police could not overpower the accused. The court was hearing a petition filed by Akshay Shinde's father 2 days after he was shot dead in custody. The bench also asked for footage of CCTV cameras on the route, adding that they expect an impartial investigation. Opposition Uddhav Thackeray's Shiv Sena in the state has questioned the police's version, adding that murder encounter was done to save the main accused. First the story, then I bring in the guests.
Can a layman unlock a pistol? What happened to the other 2 bullets? Why couldn't 4 policemen overpower the accused? These were some of the tough questions asked by the Bombay High Court to the Maharashtra government as the court heard a petition on the death of the accused in the Badlapur molestation case. The Badlapur sex assault accused Akshay Shinde had died of a bullet injury earlier this week. Police had claimed that they had fired at the accused after he snatched a policeman's pistol and fired at them. The High Court categorically said that the police version was hard to accept. The court also asked why the policemen did not aim at the leg even if they had to shoot in self-defense. The High Court has now ordered the preservation of the CCTV footage, a forensic report to determine if the bullet was fired at point-blank range, and the call data records of the policemen involved. Akshay Shinde had been arrested on charges of sexually assaulting 2 nursery children inside school at Badlapur. The case had led to massive protests. His father believes that it was a case of fake encounter. Opposition has already raised several questions, including pointing at posters which have emerged which depict State Home Minister and Deputy Chief Minister holding a gun and hinting that the death is a case of revenge killing.
मृत अक्षय शिंदे है, उसकी अगर एफआईआर उसके खिलाफ अगर एफआईआर ली जाती है तो उसके पिता की एफआईआर उन पुलिस ऑफिसर्स के खिलाफ क्यों नहीं ली गई? क्यों उसकी जांच नहीं हो रही है? उन्होंने उसके लिए एक्सीडेंटल डेथ रिपोर्ट क्यों किया है? एनएच कोर्ट एफआईआर कोर्ट एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा है और सरकार ने बोला है उसके बारे में हम हमारे अधिकारियों से पूछ करके हम कोर्ट में 3 तारीख को जवाब देंगे.
The Bombay High Court will next hear this case on the 3rd of October, that is next Thursday. The court has highlighted that they are not necessarily doubting the police here, but just want to know the whole truth. With camera person Shivam, this is Anush Raite reporting from Mumbai for NDTV 24/7.
Several questions there being raised by the Bombay High Court. The question now is, will there be a special investigation team which will be set up as the father of the accused has demanded? Seema Malik is spokesperson of the NCP, Sharad Pawar. We have Asif Bamla, spokesperson of the BJP. Satya Mule is an advocate. We'll be joined by Yashwardhan Azad, former IPS officer as well. Asif Bamla, several questions being raised on the circumstances here, and valid ones. You know, according to you, as the court said, he fired 3 bullets, only 1 hit the police officer. What about the others? Valid question again. Several such questions. And so far, with the kind of posters which have been put up by by your party, showcasing you know that this is some kind of celebration of this custodial death, it raises questions on the nature of investigation.
Well, the investigation, if there is a wrongdoing, it will happen. And if there is any wrongdoing on the side of the government, if they feel on the side of the police or on the side of any particular levels, that has to be corrected and certainly will be corrected, because we believe, as party believes, in the rule of the law and the land. Now, coming back to the situation, I understand the court has asked. So fine. There is obviously a committee, an 8-member committee, and SIT has been formulated, and the court has also wanted to investigate the matter. We justified that, but tell me something. How can you accuse a political party, the chief minister, the deputy chief minister, of a revenge killing? The rape has not happened of someone from that family. There is no revenge that the chief minister or the deputy chief minister will take. There's no personal agony. It is you people, that is the whole opposition bloc en masse who stood and who said कि ऐसे व्यक्ति को जो है हमें टंगा के हमें लटका के फांसी देना चाहिए, ऐसा करना चाहिए, सरकार ऐसी है वैसी है. और इस व्यक्ति की मानसिकता देखिए. He has raped his wife. He has raped two innocent girls.
No, sir. I won't allow this kind of rhetoric on my show.
No, not a rhetoric. It's a factual data.
There is a problem in the argument that you're trying to make. The investigation has to be impartial. There has to be a rule of law that has to prevail. If you have to indulge in political blame game, you can do that. I've asked a specific question.
I am not doing that. It's the opposition who's doing that. It's the opposition who's doing a blame game. Where is the ruling party doing it? It is you who blame the ruling party because the rape happened. Now, if there is an encounter happened because our Mumbai police life is in threat, so you're blaming also the Mumbai police
I'm not
and the
blaming
government.
it. You have to answer before the court. Before you get so agitated, answer before the court. Please calm down. Please calm down, sir. Seema Malik, a quick response, please. Come in.
Ma'am, what has happened is really unfortunate.
Yes.
And the way, please stop him. Why is he, let me speak. The main thing is that the thing which has happened is really, it is totally dramatic. And I think SC have raised the very valid questions. See what has happened. A lean and thin person like Shinde, he has taken out the revolver of the cop and unlocked it and shot a fire in his head. This is very strange and something very dramatic and filmy, and we strongly condemn this. Nobody is allowed to take a law in in his or her own hands. Like see the way that things have happened.
Okay.
It is really.
Let me bring in Satyam Mule and Yashwardhan Azad now.
Suspicion
so,
to the
Yashwardhan Azad, from the word go, there are several questions regarding this entire encounter or murder. We do not know what were the circumstances, and the nature of circumstances are being questioned by the Bombay High Court. So basically, the integrity of Mumbai police or Maharashtra police is being questioned. But can the ruling party say that because you're questioning them, it's wrong?
No, that's not true. In fact, this fake encounters is a problem everywhere. Presuming that, this is an encounter which should be questioned, there are adequate reasons for that. Now, the very fact that in police custody, if there's any kind of a killing, there are clear Supreme Court guidelines that, in fact, that FIR should be lodged. There should be an independent inquiry by the magisterial inquiry, and then a CID or something. In this case, the SIT has been put into case. But people have a legitimate right to ask questions. Now, the other thing is, as you've said, that the political kind of a jubilation from a particular group, that's extremely sad. The problem, Maria, is that in a flawed democracy, which it really exhibits, and a flawed social dynamics, people will always, clap such things. This Chakmangni Patbya, shoot the fellow and then get it done over with, and revenge is badla. But this is happening in, the allegations have been raised in UP, allegations have been raised in Chennai. So the questions have been asked. I think they should be properly inquired into.
Yashwardhan Azad, yes, that's what the political class do. They are doing it. But there is an SOP as far as the cops are concerned. In this particular case, again, the SOPs have not been followed.
No, in a sense, you can't really, for the simple reason that you're going on an operational duty. I would keep my pistol on. Number two, there is such a rule that you should hit below the knee, etc. If my life is being threatened, I'll shoot the hell out of that fellow. So these are operational things. I'm saying ki don't even go into operational things. The very fact that a death has occurred in police custody, it's a reason to be inquired into. And yes, there's a right for the High Court to ask these questions.
Okay. Coming on this now, Satya Mule, which part of the High Court question do you think makes it very, very difficult for the Maharashtra government and the Maharashtra police to respond?
Well, first of all, I would not say none of the questions. I would rather say none of the questions are difficult for the Maharashtra government to answer. Neither they are difficult for the police department to answer. In fact, I'd like to underline the statement made by the Honorable Bombay High Court that they are not casting any doubt at this point of time on the police force. It is very important for us to realize here that whatever transpired in that particular incident, those people know, and that particular information will come to light. Inquiry is a first step towards achieving justice, and Bombay High Court is asking questions in that direction, and that's the procedural part. It doesn't mean that the Bombay High Court is asking something from inspired from some doubts or something like that. At the same time, there are guidelines. Supreme Court has laid down guidelines, but those guidelines are guidelines. Those are not statutes. The first guideline says that as far as possible, shoot at some limb, do not kill the person. But when we say that all these things that have happened, they appear to be very difficult to understand.
But the view
Let
is
me
also
make a statement that if it appears to be difficult, it doesn't mean it is impossible.
Okay. So the opposition here, Asif Bamla, is saying that the larger intent here is to protect someone high and powerful, and that is the reason why this action by the police.
What? Who? I mean, this is a pure rape case. There was the entire opposition took the state for ransom. There was a band called. And now when the situation like this is happening, are we becoming a Balatkari Bachao state here?
Or are we becoming a banana republic to just take law in our own hand?
This is not going to be. This is not going to be. It has happened in the past also. We have seen it below the Ambani houses and all. There are 55 encounters in Punjab, but that doesn't make a situation right. There are cases in Calcutta, rape cases also, but nobody raises a noise and voice about it. But when it comes to Maharashtra, when our own police, who is so tired and restless after finishing the Ganpati Visarjan, after doing such tireless job, इस व्यक्ति की मानसिकता पर हम क्या भरोसा करें? जो व्यक्ति अपने बीवी पे का बलात्कार किया है, वो कभी भी पुलिस से गन उठाकर कभी भी कोई भी हरकत कर सकता है. ये तो he's a psychotic case. If he was a relevant or a rational person, he would have not lived. It's such a heinous, घिनौना पाप है कि दो बच्चियां जिनको जो फूल जैसी बच्चियां, किसी की भी बेटी हो सकती है, किसी की बहन हो सकती है, उसका रेप उस आदमी ने इतने इस तरीके से किया और पूरे देश में एक आतंक का माहौल हो गया.
The rule of law should take its course. And of course, I'm of the opinion that he should be given the strictest of punishment, but not.
Yes. But
yes. But not the man. But you cannot, sir. Please calm down.
ये कुदरत का करिश्मा हुआ कि उसने खुद अपनी मौत मांगी.
Please calm down. My question is that with the hoardings, the kind of hoardings that are seen in Maharashtra, because of course you were facing a lot of questions. During the investigation, there were questions that has there been a destruction of evidence. All that has been questioned, and is that the reason why the ruling government is celebrating? You have posters of the Deputy Chief Minister and the Chief Minister holding gun. That Badlapur.
Let me ask, who is doing this hoarding business? भाई सरकार अपना काम कर रही है. हमारी होर्डिंग अगर लाडली बहन योजनाओं की लग रही है और वो सारी चीजें इससे सत्ताधारियों को बौखलाहट हो रही है, लेकिन यहाँ एक लाडकी बहन की बात कर रहे हैं हम, वहाँ एक लाडकी बेटी को हम न्याय देने की बात कर रहे हैं, लेकिन अगर उस बलात्कारी ने उस हद और सरहद पर गया कि हमारी पुलिस पर ही आक्रमण करने की कोशिश की, तो यू एक्सपेक्ट नहीं, आप संविधान के नाम पे क्या चाहते हैं? पुलिस गोलियां खाए? संविधान के नाम पे पुलिस गोलियां खाएगी महाराष्ट्र में? नहीं, संविधान के नाम पे पुलिस महाराष्ट्र में गोलियां खाए?
आसिफ, आप उनकी बात सुन ले प्लीज।
बलात्कारी की अगर
मेरी बहन शिवा जी बलात्कारियों के नाम पे मेरी मुंबई पुलिस ने गोलियां खाई।
स्कूल में क्यों रखा गया था उसको? उसके ऊपर इतनी कंप्लेंट्स थी, देन व्हाई ही वाज केप्ट इन दैट स्कूल। एंड अगर ये कहना कि हम बलात्कारियों को पहचान दे के, ये एक बहुत हिनियस क्राइम है जो हुआ है। और बिना देखिए ये बात कहना कि हम लोग बलात्कारियों को बचा रहे हैं, हमने हमेशा से उनके लिए कैपिटल पनिशमेंट का मतलब मांग उठाई थी, और हम सब चाहते थे कि एक अच्छी तरह से एक अगर उसको कुछ कैपिटल,
यदि वो छूट जाता तो आप कहते देखिए ये सरकार में तो ऐसे हो गया,
और उसका एक मैसेज जाता पब्लिक में। पर जिस तरह से ये चीजें हुई हैं, मेरा सवाल सिर्फ इतना है कि कैसे एक इतने पतले दुबले से एक वीक से व्यक्ति ने एक 4 कॉप्स के सामने उस रिवॉल्वर को निकाल लिया, उसको अनलॉक कर दिया एंड फायर भी कर दिया। एंड देखिए बहुत सारे लूप होल्स हैं इसमें, और अगर हम लोग क्वेश्चन उठा रहे हैं तो क्वेश्चन उठाना पड़ेगा ही। और सस्पेशन है तो है, महाराष्ट्र पुलिस के हम लोग भी बहुत इज्जत करते हैं, पर अगर ये कहना कि वो लाइक जो कुछ हुआ है वो तो है ही, दिस इज अंडर क्वेश्चन, देयर इज नो नथिंग लाइक कि कुछ नहीं हुआ है या हम लोग इस टाइप के। देखिए पोस्टर्स जो लगे हुए हैं, what kind of message they give to the public? You see the बदला ले लिया and ये सब कर लिया, and it seems that they are accept कर रहे हैं वो लोग कि शायद उन्होंने किया है। एक तरफ तो वो कह रहे हैं कि पुलिस की ऊपर कर रहे थे तो छीन के चला गया पिस्टल या कुछ भी, and then next again they are telling that like बदला ले लिया and all those things. So this is very this is not a...
We have often seen that in multiple cases, justice delayed is justice denied. The fast track courts really do not deliver time-bound justice. An action of this nature, while the government of the day may be celebrating, there is a section, a huge section of the public which is of the opinion that there should be tough action against those, the strictest and who indulge in heinous crimes of this nature. These were 2 minors, little girls who were going to school. So I think, and they are raped in the school premises. So I think there is that question that is being raised towards lack of faith in the entire justice system of the country. Mr. Moolye.
Well, I would want to say here that there are a lot of things that are happening revolving around this kind of incident, but it is very difficult to say that there is a lack of trust or there is a trust deficit. What happens is, it is both sides, that is the ruling party as well as the opposition. They try to derive mileage and so on and so forth. A lot of dust is raised, and the common people, yes, of course, there has been a long-standing understanding that the system works very slowly. It's very difficult to get justice. But at the same time, the due process of the law has to be followed. Justice takes time, but at the end of the day, there will be justice and justice prevails. But what I want to say is that somebody celebrating is a completely wrong thing. At the same time, what appears to me is that opposition is making a huge hue and cry about it is probably because they have lost an opportunity to sensationalize and derive further mileage from the judicial proceeding that would have been conducted from this particular case, and try to play more blame game.
Okay.
This, in fact, this in fact undermines the trust of the people in the judicial system and the other machinery that engages into justice delivery system.
Azad.
Maria, for whatever reasons the opposition may be raising the issue, I think it's a very, very legitimate issue to be raised. And let me go back to the issue which you said earlier. It's a known fact that in a broken criminal justice system, the public does not have any faith. And that is why they want shortcut methods. There is nothing in all these discussions the lawyers or the judges do not say anything about fast-tracking the system. 5.5 crores of cases, if they lie in courts, people know what exactly they are actually looking for. And as long as you have this kind of a tortuous dealings, you know, people don't like the police, they also don't like the courts, they also don't like the lawyers. So I'm saying that the entire criminal justice system, nothing really happens. And you know, you don't want police reforms. No, the opposition doesn't want it. The ruling party doesn't want it. In the courts, there is no talk of fast-tracking the system. The lawyers, you ask the people and the clients, and they'll tell you what exactly how the cases go round and round and tariq pe tariq. So what I'm saying is, this situation will go on.
All right, there seems to be some problem with that line. Yashwardhan Azad, I appreciate your time. Satya Muli, Asif Bamla and Seema Malik.